to try his hand at the sweet science.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the...
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
So, all the talking's done. Now, let's get down to action.
Under the bright lights here for this one. Really good matchup. We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight.
Now what we gonna do right here is settle the score.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Missing with the hook. Swing and a miss with that hook. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Did you see the nerves on that fight stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Good counter punch. They drop their guard, they get caught. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. Exchange here from both men. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Malone. Here we go for round two. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. Catch and shoot. The perfect counter lands. This is the type of fighter that would say, I don't even want rounds. Let's just fight until one of us can't stand up anymore.
Terrorize them into not wanting to throw a punch because it...
The sweetest thing, yeah. I live all the joy you bring, yeah. But I'm coming back, knocking down the door. I'm coming back. Are you ready? Are you ready for more?
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here is the destroyer, Conor Benn. 146 pounds, his reach just over 68 inches, and he stands 5 foot 8 inches tall. And he'll be taking on the legend himself, Terrence Bud Crawford, 5 foot 7 inches tall, tipping the scales at 140 pounds bang on. with a reach of 47 inches.
An amazing reach advantage that fighters do not expect to see in this kind of fighter. The jab is unassumingly long and sharp and fast, and that will really put you off your stride.
And here is the destroyer, Conor Benn, one of those must-see type of fighters coming out of the UK. The famous son of a legend who's beating his own path.
This bout.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
Words are cheap.
We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more. Try some stick and move. And he scores with the counter. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the fans of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. They're both trying for a knockout. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Time they drop their guard, they get caught. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. Throws the uppercut, but misses. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter-puncher smart.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even-steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Catch and shoot. Looking to land the hook. Got to use their jab better in this fight. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Perfect counter shot. Let's talk about bit. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, If it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Swing and a miss with that left hook. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of defense here at all. Nice counter shot. Can't land that jab. Trying to land that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. Back at it in round 4. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He misses with that jab. Well done with that counter shot. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Caution being thrown to the wind. This fight has a real good flow to it. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. The charts action from both of these fighters. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. And there's the bell for round 5. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What do you see?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Punch, counter punch. He blocks the right uppercut. Nice counter shot. The perfect counter lands. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? He threw a punch and just got countered. Left hook just missed. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about... On to the 6th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
I think it's safe to say one is pulling right there. And a big shot rattles his cage. Conor Benn right now. Will he go down? And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Good counter punching. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Those counter punches have to hurt. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Just keep him on the edge.
Mate, what are you doing? Come on, switch on, switch on. You've been coasting.
That's it. Start sticking a few body shots in there.
What's that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off. Get out there and switch on. Get this boxing back together. I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round.
Focus. Don't let him back into the fight, kid. Great round.
What are you doing?
Here comes round 7. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
That counter punch caught him clean. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. It's all offense all the time. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. How about that time counter shot? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. And they're back at it again here in round 8. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Jab misses. Through the hook, didn't land. Good counter punch. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside punch round.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. There's the bell to start round 9. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. A straight right just misses. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. talk about Crawford in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
It's when you talk about championship material.
The jab's working nice.
What was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching on.
And there's the bell for round 10. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Beautiful counter shot. That counter shot lands. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
The straight right just misses. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That uppercut misses. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Threw the uppercut but did not score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
There's a lot of...
And there's the bell to start round 11. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. A lot of effort being exerted here. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go, and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Both fighters landing in these exchanges, Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Nice counter. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. A straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Who thought we would have made it to 12? That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
You'd like to see more jabs. The straight right just misses. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming.